Alright guys, so we're back now again. What we've done whilst we were away, we've just simply tidied up our looms a little bit, got them into where the areas we want them, so we've got our plugs up the top now that we need, and got our wires ready to go. Now just to recap so we know what these are, so this is our USBs, our rear camera input, this is what controls all our CAN bus, so that definitely needs to be plugged in, rear camera input, microphone, GPS, antenna, and your two power cables, and of course your HDMI. Now this is what the back of our unit looks like. Now we've got our Wi-Fi antenna, so we're going to need to plug this in. There is a lot going on in the back of these units. They're quite a powerful unit and sometimes quite tricky to get everything to fit nicely. So we're going to run this way just to allow us room to connect everything. So we're going to go through and connect this as best we can. Now I'm going to lay this over so I can hopefully show you how this all connects. We'll start with some easy ones. So the blue one gets plugged in through our adapter. We've got our grey loom that we ran initially. If I can get enough length on that to plug that in. Oh, it's going to be a bit of a stretch. I'll come back to that one. USBs get plugged up in this top corner. HDMI, should be enough length on that to plug that in. So HDMI is in. Connect our GPS. GPS is connected. Camera connected. That's it. Now we've got our white plug here. This needs to be plugged in. Now we'll probably need to spin this. Unfortunately, you may or may not be able to see this all that well because, as I said, we haven't got a lot of length on these looms here to sort of plug these in. So we'll plug our big grey connector in next. We're going to plug our main black power connector in. Making sure, obviously, we've got our plugs for our camera connected. These are obviously come disconnected in our process. So there's that. Got our optical amp connection, making sure it clips in again. Last but not least, we've still got our CAN bus connector to get in there. That's our white plug. That's plugged in. Last but not least, we have our antenna. So we're just going to rotate our unit around to get that in. Having it set up like this will make it a lot easier to put the unit back in, to actually do the install per se, like to actually have it clip back in properly without all the wires sitting at the top, but it does make it a little bit harder just plugging everything in. So now, always a big fan of doing a bit of a dry fit, making sure everything's obviously working and running before clipping the whole dash back together. So we're going to sit in there like that. That, you guys, is the unit installed. Our next stage we'll go through is our first boot up.